for the Gamers Aberdeen. Let's make some noise for these teams. This is going to be a fun one here down at the CSGO stand. Have to see what comes out. This first pistol round will really set the tempo of the game, really decides which one of these teams is going to take away a couple rounds at the beginning, and we've already seen it. What is Love? 16-0 against their opponents. They're here to play.
Definitely, that is, that is a little bit of an intimidation factor for the other side, but they've just got to look over that and decide we are the best team here and go out and try and win this one. It's definitely possible they can do it. I mean, you can see really both teams going for no utility whatsoever, so it is really just going to be the battle of the Angels, and at least they have decided to learn. Eddie going to have that defuse kit. They realise they definitely need it, and it's good that they're going to be going for that one. And that was the opportunity where he maybe brought some utility for his team, but it looks like he's maybe just going to save that extra cash.
Yeah, currently sitting on the B site, expecting the rush from Unhinged. Unhinged playing this super slow right now. A minute left on the clock. They haven't decided where they want to go. Looks like they're going to stack down in upper dark, maybe drop even down into lower dark, make that rotation through Z connector. And really, options are open to them. Are they going to go mid? Are they going to go up into A site? Looks like that's going to be the call. Have to see where this one goes.
Yeah, I think they're just setting themselves up at the moment. Of course, there's 35 seconds left on the clock. They need to decide if they're going to go. It needs to be now. Of course, with no utility, they're just going to have to full-on push. That is the only thing they can do. And if What If Love decided to go for utility, they could delay that, and that would have been such a nice, easy road for them. You can see this boost coming out. Jack is perfect, but problem is they're not going to be able to do anything with it.
They've got the info. They've made the call. This is Archer going huge. He gets 2 before Neff going to shut him down. Looks like the bomb's going to go down. Neff with his second kill, as the rest of What Is Love is caught in transition. 6 seconds left on the clock. Can they get the bomb down? They need to plan it now or it's game over. The bomb goes down. Psychic makes the play. And that's going to be What Is Love winning this one on time. Unhinged, too slow.
Yeah, that's all they needed to focus on, is getting that bomb planter down, and that's exactly what they need to do, and there was just not enough time whatsoever to go ahead, send a player, and get that bomb down, so it was just over from there.
Archer making a huge play, just dropping that bomb really early on. Caused a bit of discomfort on the side of Unhinged, and now they're going to have to make waves. Of course, What Is Love going to be investing in some anti-eco weapons. There's that shotgun from Jack, the Mag 10, Mag 7 even, to try and shred through his opponents. Have to see if Unhinged, what they're going to do this time. Still playing things a little bit slow, but bomb heading towards that A site.
Yeah, they've gone for that boost once again. I think they're going to keep doing it until it finally works out for them, and maybe the other team just starts to realise where they are. I mean, to be honest with you, if they keep going it, and at that one time it starts to work out, it could work out for them. You see Archer right here going, he's able to pick up one, and unfortunately they're all wedged in. This Mag 7 is in a perfect opposition right now, going to be able to take him down, but only on 7 HP.
Yeah, getting away with his life mechanic. Still Unhinged, playing this one slowly. Bomb goes down to the Molotov thrown from Archer. Jack going to attempt again with this Mag 7, just creeping around the corner, see what he can do with it. Archer going to spot out one, gets the kill, going to get the second for himself. He gets the spray down, 40 HP, but he's got backup. Saber comes through, but he gets the headshot, that's the second! Archer, a huge player for his team. What Is Love are doing all right.
These players' skill, individually, is just on point at the moment. They are just connecting all their shots, especially with these pistols. They're just playing superbly, and of course now you can see both teams are going to be able to blow up something. I mean, Unhinged may be going for a little bit of a force buy with this P90 right now, but looks like the rest of the team, they're not buying, so maybe he bought a bit of miscommunication maybe? Yeah,
and it's a P90 as well, so you're not going to get any of that gun bonus from the SMG. Multiplier not there for the P90, so that's the economy going to be a little bit shaken, a little bit uneven. Archer going to open bidding up with that headshot. He's going to get rushed down, but he finds the shot with the USP. Oh, they're stacking up for him. That's the third. Can he get more? Genghis with his P90. He's got to spot one out. It's Jack. Archer knows he's there. Maybe he's creeping around the corner. He is, and there it is. Archer finds his 4K. Jack closes us off with a Mag 7, and now we're at round 3. This is where Unhinged would have had their full buy potential, but they're not going to have a complete full buy because Genghis kind of threw that one out with the P90.
Yeah, I mean, Archer right here is just on point. He's so reliable with that USP that he uses that over his UMP when he's peaking. He just knows that at the moment him and pistols are just working perfectly together. So why not use it while you can? That's exactly what happened. He was able to even pick up one and then have time to change.
Overpass is a map of tactics, really. It's a map of getting the right smokes down, getting the right flashes down. You can make some really nice plays, cross-map smokes and whatnot. Psychic, doesn't quite land that first shot. Saber's there. He's going to get the shot. Ooh! Into the shoulder, and Saber, he manages to escape with 27 HP. That's quite impressive considering it was the big green gun that he's shooting with. But at the moment, Unhinged still playing this slow game. Bomb is out towards a mid. Yeah, double AP coming out of Psychic and Archer. Archer upgrading here. There's Jack onto Saber, and that's going to be info that the bomb is down in their playground, in their party.
Yeah, I think they want to make sure they keep this lead, and that double up setup is definitely a factor that would completely help them out if they want to go for. I mean, of course, utility, not that really much for the AKs at the moment, so they're really going to have to decide where they're going. And of course, clock is ticking away, and if they don't play this too passively, it could completely cost them.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to head on here into the bathrooms. Jack's going to peek out. He's going to spot Gibbonix. Can he get the shots down? Both shooting back and forth, but nothing happening. 33 seconds left on the clock now, and Unhinged have to make that call. There's the nade going out. Neff going to be the entry fragger. There's the Molotov. It's hurting him, but they're managing to take out members of What Is Love. This is the rush going to come through to them onto the A side, but the rotations are there. Psychic sitting down the back, and there's Shake in the perfect position. He gets himself a 4K. What was that?
They lined up for him there. That was definitely not a good idea to go for whatsoever. In a prime opportunity, they just sprayed them down. Even worse, they lined up for them. That's so irritating to watch. You know, you're just sitting there like, no, what are you doing? And it cost them completely as they just got completely eliminated.
What is that? What is love? So many questions from this team, but they're currently 4-0 as I struggle to get my words out. It's the Scottish heat. I'm not used to it. A little bit warm in this hall, but it's all good fun. Now Unhinged a little bit faster through Monster. Gonna try this B-side out, but they've been met with force. Eddie Shanked just clearing down House. Psychic from the sniper's nest, and Neff the solo carry. Last game he went huge for his team. And he's up against some of his former teammates here, some of his mates. He's really gonna want to pull one over their heads.
He may have got able to get 52 kills in the last one, but taking on a 1v4 with a pistol, he's not Superman.
Definitely not Superman. I have to see if he's able to step up the game. It was Unhinged who were about 11 rounds down, maybe 9 rounds down going into the second half. And they managed to pull back a massive comeback to be here in the upper bracket semi-finals. So they definitely have it in them. It's not an impossible task. They just need to find their mojo, as one famous British spy would say.
Yeah, I mean, of course, What Is Love keeping this double up setup, and Unhinged is trying to counteract that, and maybe this is what they need. Maybe a double up setup of their own is maybe what they're going for to counteract this, as they need to start denying them, and then they can start to push.
It's going to be the push through here. Jack going to spot out. Gibboncus gets himself 1 kill. That's a bit of info. Saber going to look onto water, but Shanked is there. He's watching, and Shanked will get that kill. Jack up onto party. Netf does 4. They're just falling like ducks now. There's going to be another one going over to Jack as he finds that spray. Bomb is down, and it's a hard task for Genghis. He has to rotate, pick up the bomb, but What Is Love, they're just able to set up, get the crossfire going, and deny this round from Unhinged. There's going to be another 6-0 for What Is Love. They went 16-0 against their original opponents in the last round. Looking to do it again here on Overpass.
The guy has no armor whatsoever, 25 HP. And of course he does have that AWP to play with, which isn't good for him as well, because if he's walking around the map and at these close range angles, it may take him down, and no utility as well to play with. And the bomb's down. You know, it's going to be hard for him. I mean, he is about to be greeted by 2 and Shanked. Look at that from behind. He had absolutely no idea whatsoever.
Truly got shanked there. And that's going to be that big green gun down. Of course, they're on full loss bonus now, so they can buy up if they want to. We're going to see Neph with that Tech 9 for himself, throwing it over, and that's the 3rd AWP picked up. Shanked feels proud for it by himself. He's going to take that one off, stealed away from Unhinged, and this is where we can sometimes see teams get cocky when they pull out the 3 AWPs, because they're feeling confident about their game, but 3 AWPs not necessarily the best setup for a team. Maybe on CT you can make it work on Overpass, but have to see what Is Love can do.
with 3 AWPs, this is definitely a big gamble for them, because if they lose, it is going to cost them. I mean, they do have a lot of money still, but still, that is going to affect their economy in the long run. You can see Jack here trying to deal with it right now. He's trying to pick it up. The problem is that smoke is going to take him down. He's going to have to go back here, and he's going to have to wait for that smoke to go away, and they can just completely push up if they want to be. And you can see, no, he is going to be greeted by 1, but they are all starting to advance now.
Shane's going to have to try and make this AWP work for him, but he gets taken on out, and that's the possible cockiness coming out. Psychic is there, and he gets 1. Eddie coming from the back. This is the now or never play for Unhinged as they're onto the site. That is the bomb. Not quite down. Genghis gets caught somehow, unfortunately, and What is Love able to come up from behind, take that one away, pick up some guns for themselves as well as they take this to 7-0.
He didn't even react when he was getting shot. I think he just knew it was over. He just stood there and just, take me now. It finished the round.
When you're in this position, it's hard to keep your mental fortitude, especially when you're against a team that you deem to be better than yourselves. I was talking to some of these guys and they were like, hopefully we can make it through the first round. Well, they're here. They're in the semi-finals. It's time to step up to the plate. Get your slice of that £1,000 prize pool. Jack onto Neph. Takes out the star player for Unhinged. Now he's going to have to sit from the grave and try and direct his comrades.
Yeah, bringing that to that 4v4 now, and they've still got the bomb at least, but they have just lost 2 to Archer, getting that trade back, and Jack just starting to advance, going to take one down, and he might just be able to realize where that bomb is so he can just hold strong, and there you go, that player's going to be able to pick up one, and now 2 starting to advance, and this is the problem when you invest in too many AWPs. If you lose all your riflers, it's a tricky situation.
Minute 11 on the clock. Mechanic has literally all the time to work with, and look at the members of What Is Love currently sitting towards that A side. If Mechanic has read this situation well, he can make that rotation to the B site and get the bomb plant down. What Is Love haven't quite noticed this one yet. They will have to make that rotation. Currently Mechanic playing things safe. He is going to try and sprint towards it. 45 seconds left. Plenty of time to work with, and as you said, the double AWP setup is going to be tricky. They really have to watch their angles. They know that things are a bit fishy, but Mechanic hasn't quite made it over to Monster. He's respecting his opponents, and I respect that from Mechanic. He's going to shoot. Those bullets may have been heard off. Psychic is in Sniper's Nest. He's going to lay down the fire. Mechanic has no smoke to get himself out of this one. The Molotov going to go through. Mechanic in trouble, and he gets completely burned out. Get an ambulance in here because we need to treat some wounds.
That was fortunate for him. He's trying to get that bomb down. That's all they wanted. Get that little bit of extra money. He was so low. He knew really it was over, but that little bit of extra cash would have helped him out. I mean, you can see it could get them some utility for some of the players, and the problem is the Molotov is OP.
It certainly is, and this is going to be a eco round coming out of Unhinged. They do have a decent economy, but currently one of their players just currently out of the buy period, so they're having to try and reset that economy just a bit. Psychic has that AWP, going to find 2 for himself as the rush coming through, and really at the moment Unhinged, they know this round is a bit of a throwaway, so they're just going to try and rush on through, get themselves a bomb plant. Net trying to find the headshots, and he does. That's the 2D2K, but he's going to fall down in the end. Archer from behind, the lurker making his team proud. So Unhinged, they have to try and regain themselves here. They've got the gun round now. What can they do with it?
Oh, it's going to be difficult for them to see Neff now. What gun can he not use? Every single gun that he's given, it's working every single time for them. And Unhinged, this is their opportunity. They need to start getting some rounds on the board.
It's going to be Neff picking up that sniper rifle for himself. I'm surprised by the scout pickup for Genghis. He's actually switching it out to a UMP. So interesting buys. He did have pretty much all the money to work with, and yeah, we saw this from the previous game from What Is Love. When they get a little bit far ahead, the Negevs start to come out, and Jack's going to try and show us how to use that. You know, I got a drop during Cologne, ESL Cologne. I got myself a souvenir Negev skin.
I never get anything.
It's probably the worst skin you could get. I was like, ooh, my first match, ooh, a drop. No, it's a Negev.
It was better than me. I'd rather have that than nothing.
Well, Unhinged taking this one slowly here. Rightly so. They have to respect their opponents. They need to get any piece of info out that they can. But they are stacking up towards this B side. Looks like Archer going to push on through, and he's going to get met by so many. What is Archer going to be able to do here? Neph is solo, 8 HP. And he's actually the one who jumps down, trying to make the play. Archer finds himself 2. Can he get more? No, he gets taken out in the end, but he's definitely opened things up for his team as it's currently a 3 versus 3. And look at the HP on Unhinged. What is love? They should be able to clear this one up.
They have the bomb as well, so they need to peek and do something. I mean, they've got some smoke, so they could easily just put that down and go ahead and pick it up, but if not, they're probably going to cost themselves a life. But I mean, at least they've gone ahead and get this one, but I think they're setting themselves up for a B push here.
It is 2 members on B. Shanked his flash, but that's going to expire. He does get taken out. Gets traded back by Psychic and his beautiful AWP aim. He hasn't been spotted out here. Now he does, and he gets himself a shot. Can he get the second? Definitely looking for it. Into the smoke he goes. He's got backup coming, but there's the no-scope for himself. What is love? Pushing this to 11-0.
Yeah, it's not looking good for
10-0.
them. Yeah.
Maps is hard.
Okay, it's not looking good for Unhinged now whatsoever. I mean, they can just buy up again if they want to, but looking at the scoreboard, the mental state, how do you think it is?
It's definitely dire at this point, but I'm pretty sure we saw this from them the last time. They were 11-2, and they mounted the comeback train full speed ahead. Something changed in their minds. It was like they flicked a switch. Jack, wow, that is salt in the wound, the double Negev spray for himself. And that's going to really hurt the confidence of Unhinged here.
Yeah, he's going to advance once again. It looks like he could pick it up once again. And look at that. Pulls out the smoke at the complete wrong time. And now he's just one player left alive. And he's just going to be running around like a headless chicken. And look at that. They're all just pushing him right now.
Oh, Jack makes it happen. The 4K Negev. That is disgusting. I have to go wash my hands after this game. I need a shower after seeing that.
Oh, that is just so annoying. You know, when you go down to a Negev, you have to admit, it's really irritating. And for the 4 players on the team, that is going to annoy them.
Have to see if Unhinged able to just take one away from the absolute raid bosses that are what is love. Genghis now got himself a P90. Interesting pickup, the scoped rifle for Gibbonus. He's going to try and make that work for him. Unhinged currently stacked up in that upper area, and wow, Jax, his aim is on fire. Just sprays, gets all of the shots into the body of Saber.
This might be his preferred weapon from now on. He's doing superb with that at the moment, isn't he?
Currently sitting at a pretty decent scoreline. He's going to get pushed on through. It looks like Unhinged have decided that that was not enough. Jack currently second to the top on the fragging scoreboard for his team, and he's going to try and take on over his teammate with that Negev. What have Unhinged got in them? Going to push on through to long, and they take down Psychic. That's some info there. That is going to be Neph taking out Archer as well. It's a 3-on-3. Just one member towards A. He's going to spot out Neph. It is Jack there, making things happen, spraying into the smoke. They could just ignore Jack here and try and make it through untouched, but I think they're going to try and double face and take him on.
Yeah, need to do something. Of course, with 2 of them left alive, they want to stick together, but Jack's going to be able to pick him up, and finally he's going to be taken down. And of course, with 25 seconds left on the clock coming up here, he needs to start moving. And of course, they have one coming from behind and in front, and he's just going to be taken down. Nothing much he can really do there.
Sad times for him. Now we're into round 13. 12-0. Unhinged looking to take a round here. What is love looking to start up a 16-0 legacy for themselves. Remember that 40G land where what is love 16-0'd everyone? We'll find out.
I mean, it's great for them, isn't it? But not for the other team. We want to see a couple of rounds coming out from them. I mean, of course, still holding that Negev strong, even though, you know, I think he knows that he's doing so well with it at the moment, so why not stick with it? There's no point in changing it up.
Well, he is going to fall this time. Saber gets himself 2. Nice shooting with the SG 553. Is that a third for him? It is. This could be the map wide open now. Just one member on B and one member on A. Unhinged, they have a golden opportunity, and look at this. Psychic is actually making the rotation to A as well. So B is completely wide open. The bomb is sitting in the playground at the moment. Going to head up onto Party. This might be the call to go to A, and looks like What is Love is going to read it.
You know, luckily enough for them, they're there. I think it's going for the gamble, and they need to really go for something right now, and it's going to work out perfectly. It looks like the smoke's going to go down. They are starting to advance onto this site in just a second.
This is tense. Does Shanked and Psychic set up? They both get flashed. It's going to be the entry frags coming through. Neff just trying to spray through the smoke, but it gets taken out by Psychic. Turns it into a 3 versus 2. What is Love? Currently on the back foot. They're going to make it work for them. Shank gets one. He gets the second. He's taken down the bomb carrier. It's going to be hard time now for Genghis.
Yeah, he's just going to have to move around, of course. He needs to go pick up this bomb, and they are just completely holding strong. They have this crossfire set up, so as soon as he advances, someone's going to at least get out to greet him. And he does get tagged, but could just pull out the deagle and finish him off there. 13-0. They really need to get themselves around on the board.
Especially, it will really help their confidence heading into the second half. 2 more rounds left in this one. It's time to show you, everyone here, what they're made of. Show them the hard determination that they have in their spirits to come back from such a deficit in their previous game. 14 rounds have passed, and this is the 14th. What is Love? Currently 13-0 as Unhinged going to make that play up towards long, but they're going to get spotted out here. Caught with the smoke in their hands. Push comes through from Jack. He finds one. Going to find a second for himself. Bomb is down, but Gibicus going to shut him down. Archer on long, and he takes down Genghis. Saber looking for the shots onto Eddie, and he manages it. He knows Archer is there, and they double face. Good stuff coming out of Saber. Going to try and carry his team over. Bomb pushing down long, but Psychic is there waiting, as is Shanked coming up from Z Connector, looking to try and cut these guys off from behind.
Yeah, What is Love just got a little bit too cocky there, getting too aggressive, and it's going to go ahead and cost them. But there you go, he's going to be able to see where he is, trying to take him down. Saber going to take him down to 9 HP, and he's trying to delay that push to reassort himself in a different situation.
55 seconds left on the clock, and Psyche's able to take out one. Can he find Gibicus as well? No, he's going to fall down, but he doesn't know that he's got one behind him. Shanked from behind like a knife into the back. He shuts down that hope that Unhinged were riding on, and they go to 14-0. Round 15, last round of the half. Unhinged need to take one. They're going to feel good about possibly mounting the 15-round comeback that is 14-0.
That's definitely going to be difficult. If it's 15-0 going to the next one, they lose one, it's completely over. So it's going to, even if they're able to pick up 2 more rounds, or sorry, the last one, then really, is it all over? I mean, coming back is a possibility, but the chances of that is very low.
For sure. This is it. Play is coming up. The A play once more. 3 members watching it, so they're going to have a little bit of a hard time, but they are falling back towards the A site now. They know the rush isn't there, so the crossfire unnecessary. Going to be Archer on long. Can't find an angle for himself. Gibicus gets plotted out. Stuck between a fire and a hard place. There's Archer with the double spray. Makes things work. Can he get himself the 4K? He gets 3 before he gets shut down. Mechanic does the honors. He's going to find Jack for himself. This is a good play coming out of Mechanic, but he's 1 versus 3.
Yeah, and Eddie's just going to start to advance him. He's going to be able to realise when he goes ahead and trade that weapon, just pre-fires and takes him down. 15-0. What do Unhinged need to do to take this to overtime?
Well, they need to win the pistol round to start off with. It's usually the good advice of a team behind, but no, they just need to win it if they want to stay in the game. It's going to be a hard one, but it's obviously essential nonetheless. That's What is Love now going to make the terrorist push. Unhinged going to have to try and defend up, and we'll have to see what this pistol round from Unhinged is going to be like.
Yeah, at least this time now they're listening. They are buying utility and head armor. They're splitting themselves up here. So, waiting for a while. We're finally going to see it. This definitely could be interesting.
3 members on B, and the push is going to come through as well. This could be good for Unhinged, as they're definitely going to make the attempt to try and hold this site. Saber spots Eddie, gets a couple shots down. Shanked on a rush through, but he's flashed. Manages to get the shots down Jack, and that's going to work out. Archer comes through as well. They get another. Just Mechanic on side. He gets one for his death. It's not quite enough. Can Neff come around the corner, make things happen? Eddie with a beautiful headshot. He goes for the second, and he's going to close it out. 16-0. What is Love? Take the semi-finals. They're going to be going towards the upper bracket finals for themselves, and Unhinged going to fall down into the lower bracket, where they're going to face, I believe, the loser of the next semi-final, which will be coming up soon. It's going to be Ball Bags up against Solo Q. These guys have been waiting to play all day. I know they've been itching at it. They're going to be loving their chance to show what they're worth here on the 40G stage.
Yeah, definitely should be interesting. I mean, what is love? Is anyone going to be able to stop them? We need someone. Let's hopefully when they go into the next round, we have a good candidate for them.
Absolutely, guys. Well, we're going to throw it to a break as we get the guys set up here on the stage. Go enjoy the LAN. Go and enjoy some YouTube vids if you're at home, because when we return, it's going to be the second semi-finals of the 40G CSGO upper bracket here on Fragers.tv or here at the CSGO stage.